my
All
God.
right, what else we got?
Dude, a game was played, my friend.
Uh-huh.
Distance. I'm a big fan of racing games. Johnny, I know you're the game guy, but how are you on racing games?
Oh, I love racing games.
Okay, cool.
The arcadey kinds, which
Yeah, dude,
this is it.
I love a good arcade racer. I love combat races, especially where I can drive in like the opposite lanes and knock these suckers out. I love when I get points for creating larger and larger traffic jams and creating just mayhem.
Yeah. I come from the F-Zero side of things, where it's futuristic
F-Zero,
racing.
bro.
So control
I
and
love
physics are
F-Zero.
non-existent in your world.
What's that?
Control and physics do not matter.
It does matter. It's just got to be ridiculous.
Okay,
Oh.
all right, I hear you. Well, the game we played was called Distance. It's actually described as a survival racing game. Excuse me, the survival parkour racing game.
What?
Yes.
It's a lot going on.
I would say it's less racing than it is anything else. I mean, you're not racing against anyone.
Yeah, you're one car.
You're one car, yeah. One car
going
on
the
a very
distance.
long, yeah. It's a
He's going
very
full
long
speed.
track.
He's all alone.
So it's not a racing game, which was disappointing. It's very much something else where you are responding to hazards on the track, and as the track sort of is changing things up, going upside down, twisting, and putting obstacles in your way, you're going to blow up if you ram into any of these things.
Yes.
So you want to avoid those to get the best time possible. So it's really like a time attack mode with, as Pat said, parkour, physics, and by physics I mean really crazy, ridiculous gravity.
Yeah. The way you get around these obstacles is your car has certain abilities too. Like at one point you can jump the car, and then while in midair you can sprout rings. You know, you can also flip the car to drive on, I guess, pretty much the ceiling when the level itself shifts and twists. So basically the ground is no longer below you, but you don't have to drive on the ground below you. You can sprout wings, flip the car up, and drive the car above. Mind you, it never actually flips you. Like gravity is still the same. You know, you bring those wings in, you'll fall. You know, but you drive on the ceiling and still that's how you stay alive. The game is really innovative in that respect. It's kind of like if you played Rage Racer back in the day. It takes a lot of those elements where the track is not limited to a standard road in front of you, drive it, turn here, turn there, and you're done. This is road becomes the wall, becomes the ceiling, becomes an open space where you just kind of have to fly your car through some rings, and then back on road. You know, you have to plan strategic jumps. You have to plan strategic banks. It's very non-traditional. I think that's where it gets its edge. I myself highly recommend it if you're a racing fan because this offered a lot of challenges to traditional racing styles.
I would not recommend it to racing fans. I would recommend it to music, rhythm.
I was gonna say it sounds like
action.
Yeah,
it sounds like
it's
Rez or
actually
something.
more. Rez is actually really good. And Thumper is the one that immediately came to my mind because Thumper is more recent. And this game,
Thumper. I didn't play it myself.
I actually have Thumper, and I've been playing it.
I actually have Thumper.
I've been playing it in VR and off of VR for Thumper, and this game, because it's so similar to Thumper, I tried this game out in VR. Now it's in early access, like super early access. Do not play this in VR.
Yeah.
Or you will explode.
Or at least get sick.
I played for like 5 minutes, and I immediately got motion sick
Right.
because it wasn't implemented correctly. So, and it's because it's a work in progress. I'd say maybe they're gonna get it right. But for right now, do not get this. Stay away from it if you want to play it in VR.
Okay, in VR, definitely don't get it. I recommend checking it out if it's just you're playing, flat screen. Mostly because it's different. I've played tons of racing games. I like a certain kind of racing game because they offer new challenges. And sometimes if they offer the same thing, they just make it fun. I love the Burnout series because it's just a standard racing game, but it's a standard racing game where your goal isn't just to get from the starting line to the finish line. Your racing game is to create, your mission is to create mayhem. And I love that because it adds something new. Also, it's great when you just had a tough day at work. You just want to, cut me off in traffic. I got you. And this offered a lot of that. It's more of like a trial game thing. All these levels were like mini games rather than, okay, I'm in this environment experiencing this. No, this is just a challenge I got to get past, and the next one I got to get past, the next one I got to get past. It's like a bunch of mini games. I can jump into them and I can kind of have fun. I'm kind of challenged, but I'm not devoting tons of time to this. This isn't, your Assassin's Creed.
So it's a good game to play stoned then. Because you're like not gonna
no,
focus,
no,
like you don't have to like remember.
Oh,
What
that's
It's
gonna be
very
too
fast
hard to play on
paced.
your
It's
stimulus.
pretty
Interesting.
psychedelic. It does the music
so
is like
shrooms.
pseudo.
Yeah, so shrooms, right.
Yeah, the music is pseudo retrowave. It's kind of like what you'd listen to in Hotline Miami.
Oh.
Aesthetically, it's very
soundtrack?
Tron.
Yes.
Oh, I like
yes.
that aesthetic
Ooh.
though. That's cool.
No, it's great. I think it looked fantastic.
Tron
Cool.
meets Knight Rider.
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
Wow.
That is just
Wait,
like
okay.
the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hold on.
wait, Tron meets Knight Rider meets Blood Dragon.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that actually fits it perfectly.
Mhm.
The aesthetics of Night Dragon, Blood Dragon, yeah.
But I would recommend this for 2D. I didn't play Virtual, but it sounds like you wouldn't recommend.
Do not,
Virtual.
yeah. You will vomit.
All right, but the game is called Distance. It's the survival hardcore racing game. It's available now on Steam. It's still in development. Like you can play a certain amount of it on Steam, but I recommend it. It's different. If you're a racing fan, highly recommend. If you're just a gaming fan, casually recommend. If you're looking for something new to add to your repertoire.
It's only an hour long.
It's short. What's available right now.
Cool.
I think they'll expand that as it goes down.
Yeah, and if they do, this is pretty much a no-brainer if you're a fan of that stuff. It's really good.